I love bees. When some people say that they're a cat person or a dog person, I'm a bee person. I started my journey in beekeeping when I was younger, and I was told repeatedly by my grandparents that I could not go near the beehives because it was dangerous. So when I saw there was a beekeeping co-op, I was like, okay, I want to see if I can do this thing, because it seemed kind of intimidating and scary, and I figured that if I could beekeep, I could probably do anything. At the same time, Bee Society was just like getting up and running, and I went to one meeting and I was like, I'm a beekeeper, and they were like, great, you're part of this club now. If there are pollinators, they go from plant to plant and they bring pollen from those plants and they pollinate other plants. What that's doing is it's not only increasing biodiversity because different types of pollen are getting crossed with different types of plants, but it's also allowing those plants to create their seeds and continue for the next year. And so the staff at the Arboretum keeps these plants and wanted pollinators. And because bees are unfortunately an endangered species at this point, they thought that it would be a really valuable thing to have bees and pollinators on campus. So the fact that we get to have bees here is not only exciting for the whole of Northeastern, but like the students and the people who are interested in environmental issues. The hive will make about 5 to 8 queen cells, and it will wait for all of those queens to hatch. They're called virgin queens, and they all fight to the death. And the one surviving queen, she wins. She gets to go be mated, come back to the colony, and be embraced. So today, we're gonna go into those hives. My bees have started the requeening process. About 2 weeks ago, I went in there and I saw fully developed queen cells, which means they were about to hatch. And so today we're looking to see if not only a virgin got mated, but that she's laying eggs. And if not, we're gonna have to supplement that hive with extra eggs from a surrounding colony. Otherwise, what will happen is chaos, and we're not looking for chaos. So what I'm looking for right now are eggs. Eggs are a sign that there's a queen in the hive. If there are no eggs, there's no larva, there's no brood, then the colony doesn't have a queen. And so queen presence is just any sort of evidence of a queen being in the colony. What's good is that their population is pretty stagnant. So last time I checked them, they had a very similar amount of bees in the hive. And the reason that that's good is that means that they're not at the point of no return yet, which is when the colony starts getting small, and that's when things start to get pretty crazy. So I don't have a queen in here. That doesn't mean that all is lost. I see some larvae. Oh, I see eggs.
There you go.
Oh, joy. So eggs means that the queen was here today. I wonder if that means she's, well, then maybe we can find her.
She's got in her somewhere, right?
I don't think she's
just
marked,
missed her.
so I don't know. But that's very exciting news, which means that this is possibly a frame that I can take. I'm gonna pull these forward. Beautiful. All sorts of brood in here. Let's see if we can spot a queen.
Mouse. What's that?
Not on this frame, but eggs everywhere. She's been here today. Wow, a beauty. She is just stunning.
Beauty.
Beauty. Oh, that's so exciting. Wow. So the reason you can see this shiny little bit on the top of her head, compared to the other bees, it's super shiny. And that is because she doesn't need those little hairs that the other bees have to collect pollen, because she doesn't go out. Which is just super cool evolutionarily speaking, that just got phased out of her. I'm gonna try and keep bees for as long as I possibly can, because Not only is it great for the environment, but it's really good for me. And when I'm having a bad day, I will physically come and sit next to my bees and just be there with them. When I beekeep, it's meditative, it's calming, and it has to be. If I'm anxious and I'm moving too quickly, I'm going to kill a bee and I'm going to get the colony to be upset with me. And I don't want that, and I want the bees to feel safe with me, and they do. We get people who come who have never in their whole lives considered keeping bees, and just like wander into one of our meetings, wander into one of our hive checks, and have this mentality of, this is scary and I don't want to do this, or I'm intimidated by this, or what if I get hurt? And over and over and over again, students come and they'll hold a frame with live bees on it. It's so exciting to see people taking on something that can be really intimidating, because handling, and I mean hives can have between 60 and 100,000 bees in them. Handling that many bees at one time is really scary if you've never done it before. And these people who aren't coming from background training with bees are willing to put themselves in a position that can be dangerous, but is often not, because if you know how to handle bees and you're calm, it's pretty easy. I think it's really interesting how, same as dogs and cats, you can have a relationship with literally 10,000 bees.